So if you want to take your guitar playing to the next level, you're going to need to know the names of the individual notes on the fretboard. Or at the very least, you're going to need to know the names of the notes on the bottom 3 strings. So that's the E, A and D strings. The reason for that is because these are the 3 strings you'll most likely find the root note on for any chord or scale that you end up playing. So what are these actual notes then? Well, in Western music, there are 12 distinct pitches or tones that get used in the space of 1 octave. An octave just being the point where a note repeats itself, but either higher or lower. So if we have the note E, and then the note E again, but an octave higher, everything else in that space will be the other 12 tones that make up that octave. The problem is that there are more than 12 names for these 12 pitches. That's because some of them are what we call enharmonic equivalents. It just means 2 names for the same note. So let's go through all of the notes on the low E string and just see what they all are. So we'll start off, unsurprisingly, with the note E, which is just the open E string. That's where it gets its name from, because it is the note E. Then the first fret is the note F. The second fret is the note F sharp or G flat. These are enharmonic equivalents, 2 different names for the same note. The third fret, we have the note G. Then at the fourth fret, we have the note G sharp or A flat. Again, 2 names for the same pitch, enharmonic equivalents. At the fifth fret, we have the note A. At the sixth fret, we have the note A sharp or B flat. The 7th fret is the note B. The 8th fret is the note C. The 9th fret is the note C sharp or D flat. Then at the 10th fret we have the note D. At the 11th fret we have the note D sharp or E flat. And then at the 12th fret we have E again, 1 octave higher. So how do we actually remember the names of all these notes? I think it's easiest if you split the string into 2 bits. So you've got the 1st to the 7th fret is one section, and then the 8th to the 12th fret is another section. So for the first section, if you just remember the whole letters, if you like, the ones that don't have any sharps or flats in them, all you need to do is remember that at the 1st, 3rd, 5th and 7th frets, you get the notes F, G, A and B. Then you can just fill in the gaps in between them. So in between the 1st and 3rd fret will be the notes F sharp and G flat. In between the 3rd and 5th frets will be the notes G sharp and A flat. And so on. Then with section 2, if we just remember that at the 8th, 10th and 12th frets, we have the notes C, D and E. We can do the same thing and just fill in the gaps with the sharps and flats. We can also take this same principle and apply it to the A string as well. So individual notes on the A string would be A, that's why it's called the A string, then A sharp or B flat, then at the 2nd fret we've got B, at the 3rd fret we've got C, at the 4th fret we've got C sharp or D flat, at the 5th fret we've got D, at the 6th fret we have D sharp or E flat, at the 7th fret we have E, at the 8th fret we have F, at the 9th fret we have F sharp or G flat, at the 10th fret we have G, the 11th fret we have G sharp or A flat, and at the 12th fret we have A at the octave again. So again, take this string, split it up into 2 bits, starting from the open string to the 7th fret, and then from the 8th fret to the 12th fret. So for the first 7 frets, if we just remember that at the 1st, 3rd, 5th and 7th frets, we have the notes B flat, and then C, D and E. We can just fill in the gaps. So between B flat and C, the 1st and 3rd fret, in the middle there must be the note B. Between C and D, in the middle there must be C sharp or D flat, and so on. And then again, between the 8th and 12th frets, if we can just remember that at frets 8 we have the note F, at 10 we have the note G, and at 12 we have the note A again. we can just fill in those extra 2 frets with the sharps and flats that fall in between them. The D string is a slightly easier one to remember. This is where you can think about octaves. So whatever note you have on the D string, you'll find that same note 2 frets lower down on the low E string. So that's the same note an octave apart. So if you know where a note is on the low E string well enough, then you'll just know that 2 frets higher up from that, you can find that note on the D string. So say on the D string, I had to find the note A. Well, if I already know the E string well enough, I know that the note A on the E string is at the 5th fret. So 2 frets higher than that is where I'll find the note A on the D string. 5 plus 2 is 7. So I'll find the note A on the D string at the 7th fret. You could then keep going and do the other 3 strings. Like I say, you're less likely to find a root note on them. I wouldn't try and memorise all the strings in the one go. I would split the guitar up into wee bits, just like you split the strings up into wee bits. Focus on playing or memorising the notes on those bottom 3 strings, and then we can go on and try and learn the names of the notes on the other strings as well.